Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and wanna I want to talk some on mental health, and the reason is uh, what I've seen and experienced in mental health care is really lacking. They The mental health care is about as bad as the physical health care. Uh, they they don't look at the whole body and the whole situation. Um, okay, I talk about what you eat, what you drink, what you breathe, and your lifestyle. Uh, how people cannot look at all of that and try to work at it, try to improve it, is the part that it just really puzzles me. Uh, they think there's going to be one thing. You do this one thing, and then everything's going to be okay. Take this medication, and you're going to be okay. You know what I mean? Um, it it just puzzles me on that type of thinking. And okay, let's start. Okay, what you drink. Okay, you need water, good, clean water. You saw I got my Berkey. I filter my own water. You really do need to filter your own water. There's some nasty stuff in that water. And and the thing is, mental, well, like I said, we're trying to stay with the mental this time. Okay, and when you have so much toxins in your body, and that's in your blood and it's in your organs, it's all this kind of stuff, it finds its way to the mind. And when it gets to the mind, you don't always see things clearly. One of the physical problems that happen with lack of water, good clean water, is headaches, and that's because that's toxins going up into your brain. And I'm not saying all your headaches are going to be caused by that, but that's one thing. That's what I'm saying. They're not looking at everything when they make these diagnoses. Okay, now what you eat. Okay, what you eat, if it's toxic, you're putting toxins into your body. And the more toxins you get, eventually you get filled up with toxins. I mean, how do you expect your body to function properly? And that's what I was talking about in the brain. You're getting these toxins getting up into the brain, and it makes it so then it's a little harder to think. I've mentioned I just turned 70. And one of the things is uh, multitasking. I never was much of a multitasker. Now I can't multitask really good at all. And so important things I sure don't multitask. And most of the time I set a goal, and then I go for that goal and work at that. Okay, so and that's what I'm saying. So it's toxins. It's a buildup of toxins that's coming up. That's one thing that could be doing it. And these are things, like I say, that people aren't looking at. Okay. Then the next thing, what you breathe. Okay. Uh, I've noticed one thing out here. I'm in the desert, and one thing I've noticed with the low humidity, it's different. so, uh, even my cigars get dried out, So I mean, so now if my cigars are going to dry out like that, and then like I say, I'm a sweater. I sweat. Why? Because I'm active. I drink a lot of water and stuff like that. But I say I don't sweat that much out here. There's, like I say, it's just pulling that fluid right out of my body. And so, and I mentioned last summer is when I figured out where electrolytes come in, and I still haven't figured out the the chemical way on what it does, but I do know we need electrolytes. I don't know how much. I don't know when you take them. I don't know, a lot of stuff I don't know. I'm still learning. But these are things that I try to look at. I don't say this hurts and then, give me something for that hurt. Why does that hurt? What has changed? What has been going on? And last summer, it was the hot summer, and I was in Kansas. And so it affected me. And and I say, so now, like, back to my cigars. I'm not breathing the good, here I'm good clean air, but like I say, it's dry. And then when I smoke my cigars, now I'm putting toxins into my body. So, but like I say, these are things that you have to be aware of and make changes and see what happens. And I've done that. I've made changes. And depending on how I'm feeling, what's going on, I have to figure out what am I doing that's making this happen. Another thing is lifestyle. People make a big deal about exercise. I'm not an exercise type person, but what I do is have fun. And that's what I ask people when I'm working on people. I ask them, what do you do for fun? Now that tells you what kind of exercise they do and how much exercise they do. Because all this will move the fluid, move your blood, move the toxins. So it's something you need to consider. What is it that you do for fun? Like I say, I just got my bike. And like I say, I've noticed when I started riding my bike, I've noticed, wow, man, I'm getting some muscle ache, some body ache. Now I'm okay, but when I first got it, I noticed that's what it was. So I missed my other bike, so I'm glad I got this bike. So anyway, there's things that we do, and oh man, talking about that. But before I get going too much, one thing I've noticed is people are allergic to metal. Like I say, I do acupuncture, and so when I check to see where I put the needles, you'll look and you see, because I use the ears a lot, and you'll see people with all kinds of earrings in there. And this last person I did, I checked her ears, and man, she needed acupuncture really bad. So I had her take all the metal out, and then I checked her again. She didn't need any. So in other words, I'm wondering how much is her body reacting to that metal. She's 40 years old. And so there's something not right. So she is reacting to the metal. And she says, well, no, I'm not allergic to the metal, because when I got this other metal, my skin will change colors and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, but that's what you know of. And you stop doing it because your skin changes color, so then you can use a different kind of metal. No, you're allergic to metal. And so what do? You still keep the metal in you. You don't. You got to get rid of the metal and see what happens. And so there's a lot of things that will affect your mental health. And hey, another thing is, hey, over here. Come on. Then there's Rex, or Rexy. And she's done a lot for my mental health. And why and how a dog or cat or pets affect your mental health, that everybody is different. So that's what I'm saying. So there's things you can do that will affect your mental health, positive and negative. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.